Hello guys, welcome to Selenium Expert Series. This is your trainer Srinivas Narayan. Guys, in today's session, we're going to discuss how we can validate a tooltip. First, we're going to learn what is tooltip, and we're going to discuss what is an attribute developer going to write up to display a tooltip for a web element. Then after that, we're going to discuss how we can validate this tooltip message. So, what is this tooltip? If you people observe this, I'll take you people to show this tooltip message with one of the application called drikpanchang.com. If I'm going to go for this drikpanchang.com, you can see there are many options here. If I'm going to move the mouse on this Mesha, can you people see it shows this Mesha Rashipal? So guys, I need to validate this a tooltip message. I need to validate this tooltip message. Guys, I cannot right click on this tooltip message, whatever it is showing. I cannot click on inspect element. I cannot take an XPath for this. If I can take an XPath for this tooltip, then I can go for using get text to get the text from this tooltip message, and I can compare my expected tooltip message with the actual tooltip message. But here you people cannot right click and you cannot click on inspect element. Now the big question comes, then how we can get this message? So if I want to get this tooltip message, then that will become an actual tooltip message. Then I can go ahead to validate with expected message. So now guys, how to take this, how to get this tooltip message, how to get this tooltip message. Guys, this is whatever I shown now, it is a tooltip added by developer for this drikpanchang.com for Mesha Rashipal. Even for other things also they added. Now I would like to talk about what attribute developer going to add up to display tooltip message. Guys, I think you people might have know developer of this web page to display that tooltip message, either they're going to write up an halt property or they're going to write up an title. Let us see what they had it for this, which attribute they had it for this to show this tooltip message. I'm going to right click on this. I'm going to go for inspect element. It is showing a tooltip message for this Mesha Rashipal. So here, this is an HTML details for this. If you people carefully observe here, they have given an alt property here. Observe this. Whatever the tooltip message it was showing when I mouse over on this, same message you people can see for this attribute called ALT. Yes, as I told, to display this tooltip message, either they're going to write up ALT property or title, as an attribute. Now, guys, if you people are going to get this attribute value, then that will become an actual tooltip message. Here, then I can compare that with a expected tooltip message. Now, guys, to get this tooltip message, I'm going to create a code now. Everyone, carefully observe. I want to go ahead to create one small program here. I'm going to create one small program. I want to create one new class here. Validate tooltip message. I want to create a main method here. Not main method. I'm going to go ahead to create a test method. I want to say public void, and I'm going to say test case 1, and I'm going to use an annotation at the rate of test. At the rate of test, I'm going to import a package for this. And to work with the Chrome browser, already have this previous code to work with the browser. I'm just going to copy that. As in the previous videos that I have shared in my channel, you people can come across the code for this working with the browsers. Now I would like to go directly for this headless browser testing. Now here I have an code to work with the Chrome browser. Here I have an code to work with the Chrome browser. So now I'm going to hide up this. I'm just going to remove this Chrome options we don't want. So I'm just going to say here, a driver is equal to Chrome driver, and I need to define what is this web driver. Web driver is an interface. I'm going to say web driver. I'm creating an instance here, and I'm going to import a package for this. And even I'm going to import a package for this Chrome driver. Then next to this, I need to go ahead, to open an URL and maximize the window. I need to set an implicit wait time. I'm just going to copy this 3 lines of code here and I'm going to paste. This is a code to open an URL. I'm going to change this URL. It has to go for this drikpanchang.com. I'm going to replace this URL with the www.drikpanchang.com. Now guys, now I need to get a tooltip. So guys, here, first I want to take a XPath for this Mesha Rashipal. So if I go for this web element where it shows tooltip, this is the attributes that we have. We have a class ALT property and we have an SRC set. I would like to go ahead to take an XPath. If you want to take an XPath, you can right click on that highlighted HTML details for that element. You people can go for copy and you can say copy XPath. Now I'm going to say driver dot find element by XPath. I want to go ahead to use by XPath by XPath, and now here I'm going to mention this XPath whatever I taken. So guys, this is a web element. So in this web element, if you want to get any attribute value, can you people see there is a method called get attribute? Guys, what is an attribute responsible to display that a tooltip message? ALT. I'm just going to say get attribute. ALT. So I'm going to collect this into a variable, string variable called attribute. This is a tooltip message. This is a tooltip message. Guys, actually this is an actual tooltip message. What are you people going to get? If you want to print, you can just say, here tooltip, message. And now here I'm going to say tooltip message. Now you people can see if I'm going to run this, it's going to give you the tooltip message. Everyone once again observe. If I want to mouse over on this, it's going to give you Mesha Rashipal. This is a tooltip. Does it going to print the same thing? Let's have a look now. I'm going to run this code. So it's going to launch Chrome browser now. Once it launches a Chrome browser, taking time to launch. So it's saying that starting Chrome driver 88.0. Then it has opened this. Now it has to open drikpanchang.com. Then once it maximizes the window, it has to get that attribute for this Mesha web element. And then it has to print the tooltip message. Still loading the elements. It has more images. Probably, usually it's going to take little extra time. Maximized. And now you people can see it has given a tooltip message, Mesha Rashipal. So guys, once you people going to get an actual text, can I compare that with the expected text? Guys, I think you people know in TestNG, to compare your expected value with the actual value, we can go for using an soft asset. I want to import a package for this soft asset. Now here, I want to compare my expected value with the actual value. To compare your expected value with the actual value, two strings, can I go for using this asset equals? There I can pass my actual text. My actual text is a tooltip message. My expected message, my expected message may be like this. My expected message, I want it to display like this. Oof, 1 minute. I want to display Mesha Rashipal, the same thing, whatever it has given. I want to take this. Guys, you can go ahead to have whatever the expected text, for this as an expected text here. So both are matching. It's going to give pass. I think you people know, irrespective of whatever the method that you're going to use in the soft asset, it will be dummy code without using st.as@all. I must use st.as@all at the end. Now both are matching. It has to give the result as pass, right? So I'm going to go ahead to run this. You people can see it launching the browser. Open this URL. Then once it get this message, it's going to print. Then it's going to go ahead to compare your expected string with the actual string. Both are matching. It's going to give the result pass. Can you people see it has given the result as pass? Now imagine guys, my expected text is Mesha Rashifal, 3 dots. Let me say like this. Once again, if I'm going to run this, you people can see it's going to give you result as fail. It's going to give you the result as fail. It's opening the browser. Open this URL drikpanchang.com. Then once it maximize, it will take that message, tooltip message, and can you people see it has given the result as fail? It's saying that result is failed here, and why it has failed, you people can see it says expected is Mesha Rashifal with 3 dots, but actually it's showing Mesha Rashifal. So if you go for this, clicking on this comparator button, this we say it's a failed test analysis window. It shows your expected text and actual text both are mismatching. That's why the result is fail. Even the same thing as displayed in the console also. Here you can see it has given the result of the test as failed. Test case 1 method is failed, and it has given expected is Rashipal with the 3 dots and found as Rashipal. So this how you people can go ahead to validate tooltip message. So guys, in this training, we have seen what is tooltip and the attribute they added to display tooltip. Either it may be ALT property or title property, and we have seen how we can validate this tooltip message by using this method called get attribute. Guys, you can use get attribute not only to get an attribute of ALT or title. You can go for any attribute they added for that particular web element, whose value if you want to get here. So right now in this case, in this example, you can see developer has added SRC. That's one attribute. You people can see he added ALT class. If you want to get SRC or SRC set or class or ALT, any of the property that you want to get, then you people can go for using this get attribute. For taking an tooltip message, ALT is the appropriate attribute. So I mentioned here ALT. It has written the tooltip message, and we have compared that expected tooltip message with the actual tooltip message. And we have seen, guys, this is how we can validate tooltip. Thanks a lot, guys. Guys, if you like this, please subscribe. If you people are willing to share this to your friends, colleagues, please feel free to do this. Thanks a lot. See you again.